And to go outside of that box is probably, to go scripted right now is just something that they're probably scared to do. But hey, like I said, there's some great people over there that can come up with some things. You never know what may happen overnight or over the next couple weeks. All I do know is that I'm looking to do some work with somebody that's willing to work with somebody like me, because we do have a lot of people waiting on some stuff. I just don't want to jump out and have these people looking at no bullshit.
Yeah, you want to do it right.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Anything that you touch, especially this far in the game, as far as you've come, you want it to be
gotta
quality,
be right,
memorable, something that people are gonna actually resonate with.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes, sir.
And not only the acting, but the music, which obviously you're very talented.
Thank you. I appreciate it. The music is just something that comes naturally from my mom and my dad and all that stuff. The family is very, very, musically oriented, but I feel like it's not a big deal to me. Like, if something happens, then it happens, because a lot of people have went through hell, literally, to have $1 million deals.
Yeah.
Like, I could cry right now, bro. Like, that kind of shit. Woo, bro. God damn, here we go. Shit. These people been through hell. So if it came to me and it was like, here, bro, I would have no choice but to do it. I'm not trying to push that shit, bro. I'm doing it independently, and that's for me and the fans that know I'm doing it. I'm not trying to step on no toes, have Jay-Z taking my kids and shit. And these boys don't play, especially Big Bro. Big Bro don't play. But if I was blessed with something and Broski say yeah, and however it work, if it come down to me being asked to do something, of course I would. But I'm not trying to step on no toes, bro.
Do you think one industry is particularly more difficult than the other? Between music and acting? Only
if you don't know how to not step on nobody's toes. Because if you just trying to be the star all the time, bro, we can go over here and it's a star over there, it's a star over everybody want to be a motherfucking star. There's a lot of people that can sing and shit, There's a lot of people more talented than my black ass, But at the end of the day, it's just, you have to know that the blessing comes from when you're chosen. You have to be chosen, and it has to be in you, not just on you.
Mm-hmm. Word.
It gotta be in you,
Word.
Not just on you, and that, normally the people that shy away from it are the people that it's for, but it just has to come at the right time.
That's interesting you say that, because I feel like music is definitely somewhere it got to be in you. Like, I know people can learn how to sing, but it's some people that you'll never learn how to sing like them.
Yeah.
You could read as many books and take as many classes, and you'll never sound like that motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't know. I'm curious to see which industry is more difficult. And I think for different people, it's probably different answers.
It just depends on what you're blessed with. Like, if you're blessed to do both, if you're blessed to do both, then you're blessed to do both. It just depends on the individual. Like, if they know how to act and sing, they know how to act and sing. 9 times out of 10, people just want to do something different. And when they see somebody that's of influence do something that helps them mentally and it breaks them out of something to where they're now in a whole nother world, they're like, yo, you know what? Let me try this. That's what it's really for. It's to get people out of their comfort zone and to get them to step into doing something different. Right. Now, you may not be the best singer, you may not be the best actor, but you got to crawl before you walk. And that's where the beauty comes in. And that's when we start seeing the Whitney Houstons, the next Whitney's, and the next, Selenas and things of that nature, because, you have to water and nurture that seed and allow these seeds to grow.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Another industry, because obviously 3 industries because of this, the interviewing. Obviously, there's a lot of podcasts out there, and you have the gift of going on to all these platforms and having these conversations with these people, which has to be another one that's a little bit tough to deal with. We saw the No Jumper interview with Adam 22. It didn't seem as though anything was even going on. It seemed like a very cool, fun interview, and then there was that situation with 4 Extra.
Yeah, it was definitely some people are not seasoned to be on set. And when you're dealing with I won't say that word, but when you're dealing with a professional like me that understands how to hit a beat, you're gonna lose every fucking time. That's just what happened. You know, you literally he ate himself up, and then when I said one thing, he didn't know if he wanted to laugh at it or if he wanted to act on it. And by then, it's already too late. And you're on probation. I know you're not gonna hit me. Oh yeah, I win. So
chestnut checkers.
Yeah, okay. It's chestnut checkers. So you gotta know how to hit the beat. You gotta know how to hit that mark. And once you hit the mark, you have to already have done your homework. Is when you come in prepared, you know, and that's what I did. I came in on my A game, and everyone can see that, you know, he wasn't that seasoned, but he was definitely on, you know, the podcast to bring, you know, his element and his fan base, you know, to No Jumper, you know what I mean? So we're not trying to down anybody or put, you know, he wasn't seasoned.
Do you think now that, because he just had a very
bad accident,
freak accident, with blowing off a couple of his fingers or thing, do you think that will kind of humble him and calm him down a little bit to help appreciate life a little bit more?
You know, the thing about situations, man, you know, you live through situations, and only time will be able to reveal that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody actually can be humbled unless they humble themselves. Not even a freak accident can humble somebody. It's a mental thing. Like you've been saying, mental health, you know. Nigga, your hand blew up. Calm down.
Slow down.
Yeah. You know, some people just want to keep going like it didn't happen. Things actually happen in this world, you know, and when they do happen, you have to acknowledge them. We're all gonna have to acknowledge him, and he has to acknowledge the fact that, you know, that happened to him, and I wish him well. I hope he, you know, pulls through with his career, his music. You know what I'm saying? And off the motherfucking bag.
When you look at the platform and how those things occur, do you blame the platform and Adam 22 for allowing it to happen, or do you look at 4Extra and say, you know what, you're the one that was supposed to be?
No, I definitely, like I said, it's chestnut checkers. They're looking to make as much money off of the watch time as possible. So if you think about what I said, get the cameras, get the pictures, I'm on their level. I'm already knowing what you want, and then so it makes it even harder to even put your hands on me, because now, nigga, you didn't already said what I'm thinking. So now I can't even hit you. Now, if I wanted to go to jail, I can't even hit you because you just told me. I'm like, hit me, smack me, push me, do it. You know. Now I'm setting you up, and it's not even it's going with the flow. Now I'm going to say that some people, they love to play off of that kind of shit. He's one of those people that will play off that shit if you let him. If you let Adam take that shit there, he will bop your ass. He will milk some shit to the every bit of it, and that's their job. I understand that. But me as a professional, to know that this is a podcast and not a real studio, I'm going to hit my mark, say my lines, and get the fuck out of there, because it's really improv at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not there for no beef, no smoke. I'm there to entertain the people, let them know what's going on, and that's that. If anybody, you know, takes it to the next level, it was a setup.
Okay, I got you.
That was the true intent.
Yeah, that was the true intention of. But the comedy is what stops everything, because the shit makes sense. You know what I mean? It's like, what the? He just called this nigga Kiki Pro. Like, what the? It's too much going on. Like, at that point, now the world's laughing, and you look like the fucking joke.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's that old Jamie Foxx shit that I learned. You know, Jamie Foxx show, Family Matters. You know, sister, major pain, and you know, two of a kind, and you know, the Damon show, 413 Hope Street, and you know,
classic.
The Waltons, and
classic.
Yeah, you know, Waiting to Exhale, and it's shit like, you know what I mean? Oh God, dang it! But it's definitely just being seasoned. And knowing when you have to hit these beats, man, and when you can't let somebody take and milk you. That's it. I've seen it. Bow Wow said it too. Shaw made a great point. Yo, he was like, yo, man, what you think about Lane? He's like, I think they use them for clickbait, and a lot of people was trying. A lot of people really was trying.
What do you think about what?
He asked, what's his name? Shannon Sharp asked Shot, like, yo, what do you think about Lando? He's smart. He knows what he's doing. It's the first thing he said. He's smart. He knows what he's doing. And a lot of people are hip to what I'm doing because they understand where I'm going when I say what I say.
Yeah. No
one has done it before, and now everybody wants to try to do it. And so that's where the confusion started coming in, and it's like, nah. Now the people are like, nah, you're not Orlando.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it has to be original. The originality of something definitely means something to the people. And so, when he asked, and he said I was smart, and I know what I'm doing, and I think that he's very, very smart himself, and I think that he knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah, y'all been around.
Yeah.
And it's you would expect somebody that wasn't a rap game like Bow Wow to kind of take offense to it and lash out. Oh, I can't believe because he's obviously denying the.
Well, no, it's the fans and the people and his homeboys and you ain't gonna do nothing, man. You ain't gonna. And it's like, come on, bro. Like, it's not even like he's not on that. It's who you keep around you, man. The people that you keep around you. He got on there and he spoke like a man. He understands that it's a joke. He understands that, you know what I'm saying? Like he said, if I was in the room with that man, I'm not gonna be playing with no pussy jokes and shit like that. It's not that, but it's the elephant in the room. The whole time Little Bow Wow was at the BET Awards performing without Sierra, they were thinking about his bomb ass pussy and where the fuck is Orlando Brown forever. And that's what I'm saying. It's forever shall it be. And so I may not play in the room, you see what I'm saying? And we respect, but it's my job.
Yeah.
You're right.
But we gonna fight over me doing my job and making a quick little joke. When he in the room, he a grown ass motherfucking man. That's my nigga. That's Bow Wow. But when we out and we doing business, and if I'm working with the man, let the crowd. The crowd is the crowd, man. That's a grown man. He got kids. He got a wife. Man, let the joke be the joke. That's it.
Yeah.
And do you feel bad that people take it so far? Does it bother you at times?
Nah, man. My grandfather's Richard Pryor. I can't just, comedy is comedy, and it has to be effortless. It's never intentional to say something funny, and it's your opinion. It's your opinion. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that if it's something that you say off of the slick of your tongue, and somebody takes it out of context, and they're like, well, what the fuck did he say that for? Maybe it just wasn't for you.
Yeah, how you took it
and how you approached it mentally wasn't for you. But if everybody and they motherfucking mama over here is laughing, because it's some truth to every joke.
Yeah.
That means that effortlessly I made all these people laugh just like a innocent child, saying, "Ooh, your breath stink," and the bitches, the auntie, "Ooh, your mommy, her breath stink." Shut up, it's innocent, and that's what the funny is. Orlando hasn't been around and shit, so therefore, when I do say something, it's like, oh, there he is. All right, cool. But they wasn't saying shit for a while. When you make the right decision to say the right shit, they'll say your name. How long did it take for anybody to say shit about Orlando Brown?
Yeah.
How long have I been going fucking viral?
Right.
A long fucking time.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So it's not, we're just gonna. No, this was a strategic. We're not gonna say his fucking name. Raven just said my name. Where have you been? What party were you at? The Diddy party? We've been waiting on this shit since 3 years ago.
Right.
Now you and your wife want to start saying some shit for views.
And
that's what Bow Wow was talking about, clickbait. Yeah. You want to keep saying my name, but you're not calling me to the motherfucking mic, though. The fans see this shit. You want to keep saying my name, but you don't want me to come to the podcast to see you and your bitch. You don't want to play with me like that. So stay in your fucking lane. The internet is mine. Stay in your fucking lane.
I like that talk.
What are you talking about? Stop playing. We've been waiting on you for a long time. Now we're not waiting on your ass anymore. Boy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you gotta step up when it's time to step up. You know what I mean? When I was sitting over there on Cam Capone couch crying, I miss my friend, the bitch was laughing. With a pound of pussy in her mouth. Like, what the fuck is really going on, right? God damn.
It was a little convenient recently.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man, it's too convenient.
Like, what's the rollout? Hold on.
When it's convenient for you to say my motherfucking name, cool. You know, it's like, all right, cool, man, whatever, man. Well, how about you just call me to the podcast and we can talk about this shit together as adults? Don't keep saying my motherfucking name and you ain't saying, you ain't doing shit about it. Word. That's what it is, you know, and okay, so we can say his name because he's reaching numbers, but we gotta stay away from him though, because that nigga crazy. No, we done had that, we done had this, what is it, you know, and I told you what it was, you know, when you getting paper in a certain kind of way, man, people don't want you around if you're not playing how them certain folks play, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's cool, you know. I just realize what's going on. I see what's going on. Just like your platform, bro. Like, this shit is a beautiful outlet for